Hi guys, and here we are in the January transfer window of our first ever season. I didn't look through my emails yet. I didn't look through the transfer yet. I just read all of the emails like so they were gone. But let's see how we did. So you can see we're in sixth, which is great. Sixth is great. Let's see how we did in all of those games that we were away. We lost against Barcelona and Vigo, which was interesting. Then we tied Pamplona, won against Alaves, lost against Atletico, which is expected, lost against Sevilla, just barely though, 2-3. Then tied Real Sebastian, and look at this run here. A win against Mallorca, a win against Madrid, a win against Real Hispania, which I think is Real Betis, a win against Atletico Bilbao, a loss against Falcao, just barely though, 2-1. A win against Getafe, or a tie against Getafe, and then two wins against Almeria and Villarreal, which means that we're currently in the sixth position. It's very, very close though. I think we're still in the sixth position because Villarreal hasn't played yet, but sixth is European football, so not doing too bad. Barcelona going on a miracle run there. We've been as low as 15th in this season, and now we've all the way climbed up to sixth. So I think we should be very happy with that. Our top scorer is Wesley Said, the guy that we brought in for 1.1 million. So very happy to see that he is doing well. Let's see how my manager has been playing the games or who he has been selecting for the games. As you can see, most apps, Gazaniga, of course, the goalkeeper, Alex Garcia, Daily Blunt, and as I remember correctly, this is why I set up this main. This is the guys that I wanted to play. So let's see how many of those guys he played. So let's not include the loans. I think I can also just hide players who are on loan or trial. And here you can see, okay, he is playing a lot of the guys that I also selected for him, but he's also playing Arnau Martinez a lot. You can see here the 20-year-old wingback he's playing. He's giving a lot of playing time. I think I need to see not at the club. Yeah. So Jan Couto, he's giving a lot of playing time, but also giving a lot of playing time to Anao Martinez. 15 games, not too bad. Who's our absolute star here? Jan Couto, the loanee from Manchester City, the Brazilian right back. Yeah, he's doing really well. And let's see of the guys that we brought in this season, how they're doing. Jesse Lingard hasn't really played a lot, only 7 appearances as a sub. Then Maloney, only two starts, 6 appearances as a sub. And Da Costa, 2 appearances, 7 as a sub. So not too good, but I mean, they were. But Daniel Da Costa actually played terrible in those 9 games that he played for. 6.4, okay, that's not very good. Let's see where our coach is playing him in then. You can see that right here in form. You can see he's being played as an inverted fullback mostly, but you should play him as a wingback. As a wingback, he's usually the best. He's being played mostly at FC in friendlies because I think Arsenal was a friendly. So that is the January transfer window for you. We're in sixth position. I am going to see what we can do with the transfer budget. I still have 1.5 million to spend. If there's something that could be spent, I see that we have some transfers here. I'm not going to show you quite yet what those transfers are. I don't even know myself. But sixth position is very good for us if we just take into account that we aren't like we're supposed to be 14th, so that's not bad at all. Let's see who has the most worth in our selection. I'm very curious about that. I think you do it like this. So the highest worth, of course, are 4 loanies. But Viktor Tsinkanov also has a lot of worth. And how is he performing? 6 assists, 1 play of the match, 6.9. That's not too bad. Maybe we could sell him on later for a lot more money. Um, so yeah, overall, not doing too bad. Could be a lot better, of course, but our assistant manager, of course, decides who he wants to play. I'm very interested that he didn't really play Maloney a lot. 7 appearances, which were 3 in the non-competitive, 1 in the league, with 6 as a substitute. I think he would be better if we just played him from the first time on. But then again, I think he's preferring Yangol Herrera because he is a sort of the same player, a ball-winning midfielder. So could be the reason why he's not playing him. Anyway, I'm going to do some transfers. I'm going to be back when I've done the transfers, and I will show you the youth intake that we've got this season as well, and then I will close the season off. So I will be back once I've done some transfers. So guys, here we are again. Let me show you how we've been getting on. So we have played Cadiz, we've won 4-2, then we've lost against Palmas, and we've won in the second round of the cup, but then lost against Real Betis, unfortunately. Is this Real Betis? I think it is. Real Santidar. Looks like it's Real Betis. Lost 2-3 and then tied 3-3 against Granada, which isn't too great. However, we do still have a couple of games to be played. Against these two games are going to be tough, but Vigo we should be able to beat. This we should be able to beat. We should be able to beat. Probably calculating a loss against Sevilla and Madrid. Real Sebastian, we're probably it's going to be tough. Real Madrid at home, we won against them away, so might as well be able to win at home. Then Real Español has Hispanis, which we can also beat. Atletico Bilbao shouldn't be too hard. So it's a mixed load of fixtures. It should mean that we should be able to keep that sixth spot. I'm not sure, maybe go up higher. If we just keep the sixth spot in the first season with Girona, then that would be great. Let me show you what kind of transfers I've made. So I have signed two players actually on free transfers. This ball-winning midfielder who's just going to be a backup, Miquel Atienza. He's going to be a very, very, very low backup, but just okay physicals, okay mentals. He's good at what he does in the ball-winning midfield position. And then also bringing in Lebo Motiba from Strasbourg, just a backup striker. Probably gonna do pretty well for us. He's I think on a 3-year deal, so he's just going to be a backup. I just wanted a bit more depth in my squad. Also, since a lot of people, a lot of players are leaving on free contracts at the end of the season, I also loaned out our big friend. Where is he? Where is he now? I thought I loaned him out. Can I see it right here? Transfer history out. Think we should be able to see it here. Jesse Lingard loaned him out to Wolves. They're paying all of his wages. He wasn't really playing a lot for us, so I just want to get him some playing time. Maybe I can sell him on for a profit later on. And then also let's go check in the squad. I have not offered contracts to Juan Pepe and Boya Garcia. Why? Because this guy's 33-year-old. He's only a backup, and Juan Pepe also is 32 years old, so I'm just going to buy a replacement for them once they leave. So we're going to have to figure that out in the next season. Anyway, I will sim through to our youth intake here. We're expected to have an excellent intake, so I'm very curious. I will be back once this intake has gone, and I will show you what kind of players we got, and that will be for you in a couple of seconds. For me, it will be in an hour or so. So I will see you once again in a bit. So guys, here we are, the youth intake, the excellent intake that we got. And it's looking quite okay. I have a feeling that the first couple of intakes in your Football Manager save are usually good, and then they just start going worse after that. But Pep Aspar, 14 first touch, 13 technique, 11 passing, looking like a deep lying playmaker who can come far with his 15 aggression. Might train him to a ball-winning midfielder, however his tackling is very weak. Physically, pretty okay player. Mentally, already 16 teamwork and 13 work rate, which is nice. Then we also got Ismaili Kane. Also very good, 15 finishing, 15 first touch, might be a very good attacking midfielder here. He is now stated as a central midfielder. Okay physicals, he's a mercenary personality, so that's not very good, but you can't really do anything about that. And then the rest of them are okay. This keeper has 18 determination, which is nice. Tuxus has 12 determination, but lighthearted. Also really isn't looking at anything special. 17 determination for this other youngster. So it doesn't look too great, but it could have been a lot worse. The last clip I will have for you is when we are going to end the season. I haven't showed you where we are currently, but I'm gonna tell you it's going a bit worse than we expected. So in the next clip, you'll see how we did at the end of the season and how we are going to improve. So here we are, the end of the season. We finished in 10th in our first season in charge of Girona as a director of football. We have done pretty okay, I would say. We were expected to come in 14th and we've come in 10th, so that's not bad. If we look at the schedule, we have really dropped it in the second half of the season. We have 4, 6, 8, 11 losses, 1 draw, and only 4 wins. We should have done a lot better, and I'm actually surprised we turned into 10th. It's because of this good old run of form here. But we should have just gotten some points somewhere here. It were very close losses as well. Right here, a 3-4 loss, a 3-4 loss here, a 2-3 loss, a 1-3 loss. Did win against Atletico Madrid and against Real Sebastian and Alaves, but we should have done a lot better there. Anyway, we already also got our budget. Our budget is 3.3 million with 79 in the waste budget. It's not a lot, but it's going to be enough. I think a lot of loanies are leaving as well, so we should be able to go ahead and start grabbing in some other good players that we want. Then for the finances, we're 11 million in the deficit, but we're gonna get a lot more money in, I think, at the end of the Liga season from all the places that you've placed. And I think in La Liga, if I can see it somewhere, it should say what kind of money you get paid out. I think it should be around here. Um, Parachute payment term. No, it doesn't say it here, but I think it's around 45, 50 million, something like that. I think they get a lot of money from here. Also, what happened was that our Stadium is being improved. Oh, first things first, I wanted to show you this. So we've gained 68,000 social media followers, season ticket holders, and the waiting list have also increased. We've got more family and less fair weather, so that's all good. Then also what I wanted to show you is that our facility has been downgraded and we're trying to get them back up. And our stadium is being expanded, 4,000 extra seats for 5.7 million. We're gonna be done building in January, so that's pretty nice. That would generate us some income, because as you can see, I think most of our home games were a sold out attendance. Right there, 11, that's 10,000. This one was 11,000. This one was 9,000. So we're getting pretty close there, but at least for the sold out houses, we get a lot more seating place, which is nice. So that's how our first ever season as the Girona director of football went. We're going to make some signings, we're going to do some other things, but all of that you will see in the next video. If you want to know how also you can play as a director of football, then follow the link down below in the description. There's a detailed guide where I show you how you can set up your own game so you can only play as director of football and you let your assistant manager function as your manager itself. Then also, I have also will drop down a link where you see how I explain how I make all of these signings. I make all of these signings based on a data sheet that I made for myself, an Excel sheet, and therein I can paste all the players and I compare them to to other players that we have scouted and see which are the best for the position and for the tactic. So also take a look at those in the bottom in the description. If you have any other questions, please feel free to leave a like and a comment down below with what you want to ask me, and subscribe if you want to see more. I upload this series every 2 weeks. So that's all. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed and hope to see you in the next episode.